Albuquerque is poised for growth, including downtown development, new jobs in aerospace, biotech, and all types of different industries. Find out why Albuquerque is going to be the next big city to pop as we deconstruct our economic development. I sit down with Danielle Casey, the CEO of the Albuquerque Regional Economic Alliance, to discuss the future of Albuquerque's downtown, where you can find jobs for growth, and just the overall health of our economic development. This is all about Albuquerque. Hey, it's Skip at Soul by Skip, and we post videos like this every week. So if it's your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything about Albuquerque, including what it's like to live here, work here, play here, then just be sure to tap that subscribe button and ring the little bell. That way you're notified every time we post a new video. Now, my team has been helping people from all over the world now buy and sell homes here in Albuquerque and the surrounding areas, and we look forward to connecting with you too. So give me a call, shoot me a text, and be sure to join the conversation on Instagram and Twitter, both at Soul by Skip. Okay, I'm joined today by Danielle Casey, President and CEO of the Albuquerque Regional Economic Alliance. She's got a background in business development and retention and strategic planning as the leader of AREA, which is a nonprofit organization working to create a prosperous economy for the Albuquerque metro area. She's both a certified economic developer as well as a certified economic development finance professional. I nailed it, right?
You did actually, Skip. Can you do all of my intros forever?
Yeah, I'd love to. No, but thank you for joining today. So we'll just kind of jump in. You know, we've been chewing through the same type of talking points over the last few years. So my company, I work in residential real estate, and our goal is to help educate people from all over the world as to why they should relocate here to Albuquerque. Give us some more talking points. Who has come to town over the last maybe 2 years that have kind of been under the radar, or at least started paving the way to bring their industry here?
Sure. I mean, quite a bit related to that. So think about Blue Halo. They have really doubled down at Sandia Science and Tech Park. And I think, doubled or close to tripled their investment. And again, they're aerospace and defense related, really amazing firm. There's some cool ones like Torque. Torque Robotics is actually doing autonomous semi-truck testing. They're going to get these big rigs driving autonomously, and that's in a partnership with Daimler. You probably heard about Universal Hydrogen, which is looking to build. So that's on the airport. And I would say that anybody listening to any projects or announcements we've been involved in, if you go to abq.org, we have a pretty cool URL. I've got to hand that to my predecessor.
Okay, great.
But abq.org on our news page, any recent announcements will be posted there. Those are some pretty cool ones in recent times. And I love your point about people coming into the market. We are still building out the content on this page, but if you go to live.abq.org, we do have a whole micro website designed just for people that are thinking about moving here.
The big thing is always jobs. And, if somebody's moving to town or somebody's here and they want, to maybe change careers, where can we go to find information about jobs on some of these new companies that are in town or expanding?
Oh my God, it's just like you read my mind. We also have an online jobs board. So at abq.org, there's a jobs page, abq.org/jobs. And these are great because they are specifically cultivated from businesses we are working with to locate and grow in the community. So these are real positions at companies in our market that are growing and expanding. So I would encourage folks to please check those out. We are also taking those jobs and those job listings, and we're actively marketing them to people in the right skill sets out of our market for those roles when we know we have a shortage of those occupations, of people in those occupations in the market.
Hey, I just wanted to interrupt for a second. As far as downtown development goes, what are your thoughts? We've been to other cities that are seeing some cool things happening in their downtown. What would you like to see here locally? Leave a comment in the section below and join the conversation. You've got a background, you spent some time in California, graduated from ASU, so you have a different perspective on what our city could be. So talk about some of the things, your perspective on exactly that. Like, how do we build a brand here and become something different than what we've always been?
So one of the big things that it has helped us identify the need for this and is refining our strategy is a strategic plan. That was done early on in my tenure here. It was very clear that we needed to understand how we were going to Excel forward, why did we have a job growth rate of 0.7% from 2015 to 2020 in the market?
What kind of industries besides the traditional stuff are landing
Absolutely.
here and that we should know about?
Well, we know that media and digital media and film is growing, and that's fantastic. We have not had a huge manufacturing footprint, which now makes it challenging. So when you think about trying to bring in products so that we can construct and build things, if you're only bringing things in and not sending them out, then that makes the cost of just bringing in even building supplies much more costly. But yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, we are the home of the space directorate. We are, if you're building lasers going into space, we're doing that. Working to, again, go after the firms that we know have a high value proposition in our market that don't even know what those things are, right? We start showing them our concentration of people in very specific and talented fields, and they get really overwhelmed and impressed. They don't know those things automatically just at first glance, but what we are doing as an organization, and we are a 501c3 public charity. So we don't just exist for the people that write us checks. We exist for the greater good, and they write us checks because they believe in the greater good.
Is there anything that we can do on a micro level here locally? Is there anything that you need the local businesses or real estate owners of commercial properties, anything you need us to know, or anything that we can do to help
absolutely
kind of keep this thing running?
Thank you. It's a two-way street as you talk to people and hear things in the community, hear about opportunities, hear about interest in the community that, maybe is wavering or otherwise. Remember that we are a free resource for any companies looking to occupy or come into the market. And we actually have memorandums of understanding with a lot of the brokerages in the market on the commercial side, just for that purpose. If you have a client or somebody coming in and they want to understand labor or demographics better, or want to really dissect some data set, I can tell you down to the specific occupation level, how many people we have working this market, what they're getting paid, and I can compare that to any other market in the country. So just think about the power of data for folks evaluating. We can also help them run pretty fine-tuned estimates on incentives and other benefits. And we also have a great commercial real estate listing site that has additional layers and data sets at abqsites.com. So just remember that we're a partner, and loop us in, and we're happy to provide data or information that can be useful to you in working with clients. And we're happy to provide that, no questions asked, free of charge.
How are we being proactive to start bringing in some C-suite jobs and new industry?
We do have very good, aggressive incentives at the state. Our job training incentive program is one of the most beneficial and flexible to businesses of any competing markets out there. We have our LEDA fund, so it's the Local Economic Development Act. There's funding at the state level and at the local level should communities choose to do this. And it's what we would kind of refer to as a discretionary deal closing fund.
We have solutions in place on our team to help facilitate people, coming and going here in Albuquerque. And I think that's what's helped to make us successful and help us to really get a foothold in the community and help give back and help us grow in that way. So, well, I think that we're in a good position with you leading the charge. And I appreciate your positive outlook on Albuquerque, but also, just in our community in general. It's so many times people have blinders on when they live here. So to get your fresh perspective on it, your upbeat energy and your leadership, man, we really appreciate it. So again, we want to thank Danielle Casey, the president and CEO of the Albuquerque Regional Economic Alliance area, got it, for stopping by and dropping some knowledge on our economic development here. And as always, friends, if you're thinking about making a move to, in, or around Albuquerque, be sure to reach out. You can just give me a call, shoot me a text, and I'll reach out to you personally. Stay tuned for more. And I encourage you to follow us on our new podcast, UABQ. We're on YouTube at UABQ Podcast, so be sure to give us a follow there, like and subscribe. Wait. Before you leave, I want to share another video you might find informative by clicking up here. And lastly, friends, don't forget to subscribe by clicking this link to stay up to date with future videos. As always, visit soldbyskip.com for a free list of homes priced to sell. Thanks for watching.